Hi everyone, Laura Renner here, the founder of Freedom Makers Virtual Assistant Services, coming to you live on this Thursday at 12 noon Pacific time. As you can see, it's pretty sunny out here, but we're wishing and pulling and praying for those of you in Florence's path, especially the Carolinas and Virginia. So crossing our fingers for you guys and hoping everything gets through that okay. And so speaking of the East Coast, we wanted to use today's Facebook Live to highlight one of our favorite people, and that is Melissa St. Clair of Paper Chaser Business. And you notice in the summary section that it says that she does virtual administrative services as well. And so you might be thinking, why would we feature a competitor? And so I wanted to share with you, first of all, that I think I'm of the mindset that there really are no competitors in this space because we each do something a little bit differently, we handle it differently, and we fit with our clients differently. So a client that doesn't fit with us might be a fit for Melissa or vice versa. And so we oftentimes collaborate together. She's used our services, I've brainstormed with her, like we often collaborate together. And so it's not necessarily about competition as it is about collaboration and lifting each other up, especially those of us involved in the military and as women and things like that. So we're in the business of lifting each other up, not tearing each other down. And so, sorry, I think I'm coming down with a cold. But anyway, Melissa was kind enough to guest blog for us this week, and we wanted to share some of the things that she discussed in her blog. She highlighted her journey and shared with us how she became to be a business owner, as well as a virtual assistant due to her background and also being a military spouse and trying to build a portable career. And she talks a lot about that. She gives a lot of talks and shares tips on that. So for those of you who might be in that boat, I encourage you to connect with Melissa through her public touch points like Facebook or whatever, social media, to learn more from her and hear her speak about building a portable career as a military spouse. And so she talks about that, and then of course the education she received and things like that. So it was really neat to see her experience, and we're happy to share it with you. I hope that it is useful for you and you're able to find some inspiration and support in there, and of course she's always open to being reached out to, so if you ever want to chat with her, she's super helpful. And so one of the things I want to share with you that she shared are the 3 B's. And so what does that mean? Well, first of all, before I go there, some of the other things she talked about was she utilized the small business center in her area, and she utilized the Chamber of Commerce. And so if you are starting out in your business, or you have a business and you haven't been utilizing that yet, check out your local small business development centers. I've been learning more and more about them recently, and so sometimes, as what happens with the government, I think there are multiple tools that seem the same, and it's hard to know which one is the right fit for you. And ironically or not ironically, at least when I've been calling them, they'll tell me, oh, well, this other office does that, and I call them and they tell me, oh no, the office you just called does that. And so I think it's the same thing as finding any other type of support service, is finding what's the right fit for you. And so it might be that maybe they do kind of overlap on the services they provide, but then just try them all and find the one that fits for you. So there are numerous things. There's a small business development center, which could be in your local county. Some places will even have a veteran business outreach center or a women's business development center. So if you apply, and I don't know if they exclude other people or if they just, that's who they target. But if you fit in one of those categories, look out for those. And then there's the SBA as well. And the SBDC and SCORE fall under the SBA. And then there's also PTACs, which are Procurement Technical Assistance Centers. So that's more for if you're trying to get into contracts. But SCORE and SBDC offer one-on-one counseling for various parts of your business. So when you reach out to them and you say, I'm looking for support in marketing or accounting or operations, then they can pair you up with a counselor that it has that expertise to help mentor you through that. It's all free to us. It's covered by our taxes. And so in some cases, SCORE, they're volunteers, and SBDC, they're paid, but you don't have to pay anything out of pocket because it's paid for through our taxes. And then, of course, they offer lots of workshops and things like that. So be sure to take advantage of that and see, like I said, reach out to a few of them to find the one that's the right fit for you. And then continue to reach out to them as your business grows. Then you have different needs and you can reach out to them for support. So again, there's the SBA, SBDC, SCORE, and PTAX. And SBA, and what did they say yesterday? They said, start, grow, expand, and disaster. So if you're starting a business, they can offer support. If you're expanding, growing, they can offer support. If you're expanding internationally, they can offer support. And if you need some support as you recover from a disaster. So out here last year, some of the people were impacted by wildfires. Of course, those of you business owners who might be impacted by Florence, the SBA will be able to help you recover from that. And so keep that in mind. Check out the small business centers for your support. Also, there's the chambers of commerce that can offer support as well. And then, of course, there's a ton of accelerators and things like that out there that can help you. So with that, I want to share with you Melissa's 3 B's. And that is be present, which we all know is hard to do with all the distractions available to us. So make sure that you are being present when you're working on whatever you're working on, even if that means time with your family. Be present, whatever you're doing with what you're doing. Be persistent. That is a common theme I hear in every type of how to do business. You got to be persistent, and that's what pays off. And then finally, be positive. Attitude is everything. And so when you have a positive attitude, it helps you to be persistent and to be present. So they all work together, and I love that. Thank you very much, Melissa. I wanted to share that with all of you. And so if you want to know more, be sure to check out our blog. I have the link for the blog that Melissa wrote. And then, of course, reach out to Melissa or check out her company as well. All right. Wishing you the best. Have a great weekend. If you're sick, make sure you rest and recover. If you're in Florence's path, please be safe. And we'll see you on the other side of that. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.